is a known fact that Egypt may be involved with Fedayeen attacks, but only recently has the government uncovered the full extent of their involvement. A few days ago, a Fedayeen militant who murdered a civilian in Revochot was caught, and a document was found on him which linked him to the Egyptian military intelligence. The government has decided to act decisively to weaken the Fedayeen and their Egyptian sponsors by raiding an important Fedayeen base in Egyptian-controlled Gaza. 150 paratroopers led by Al-Haron Davidi and Danny Matt that attacked the Egyptian base near Gaza City and have successfully ambushed an Egyptian military convoy. In total, about 38 Egyptians were killed in action, while 8 Israelis were killed. A major humiliation for Egypt, which reacted by blockading the Straits of Aqaba to Israeli sea and air traffic. So, as you probably saw from the time-lapse there, I decided to just go ahead and take over Lebanon, since no one would stop me, you know? Might as well do it. And Egypt has decided to blockade the Straits of Aqaba. Now, this is a bit of an issue. The Straits of Aqaba is this thing. Or actually, the Straits of Tiran, the Sea of Aqaba. This is a big issue because technically this is an internationally protected strait. We're also getting a lot of our trade through here, although it's not quite as important as in real life, because in real life, when Egypt had done this, they had already sort of, the Suez Crisis had already transpired. You know, the most famous occurrence of this blocking, which is, you know, the thing that leads up to the Six-Day War. So, not as big a deal as it may seem, because we still, you know, can just, like, get ships through the Suez Canal. There goes the Soviet Union condemning Lysenkoism. In addition to the blocking of the Straits of Tiran, vital to Israeli oil imports, the Egyptian response to the annexation of Jordan and the overthrow of Lebanon could not be limited to sponsoring guerrilla attacks. Already dealing with a tense political situation at home after the crackdown that followed the defeat of the Free Officers' coup, King Farouk cannot afford to look soft on Israel, as the Muslim Brotherhood and the remnants of the nationalist opposition are looking to rally nationalist sentiments against the king. Working through the Arab League to rally support against Israel for a new intervention, the Egyptian government is miraculously able to rally a coalition comprising all of Israel's neighbors, and overwhelming Arab armies mass around the Jewish state. Menachem Begin and his neighbors, not yet ready to give up the lands of Jordan, are secretly preparing the Israeli armed forces for a preemptive strike. And so, war is once again upon us. The Arabs, having seen how easily we defeated the Jordanians and knowing that we are threatening the independence of Syria, have decided to rally together an opposition against us. And so they're gonna come in their hordes to try to destroy the Jewish state once and for all, trying to achieve revenge for 1948. And we have to protect ourselves from this madness. So, we are going to ready our Air Force for a preemptive strike. In fact, there's cruise missiles ready to go, which are going to go down here, and they're going to be used in close air support. I'm not even sure if these things even work, but I'm going to try to make them work. And my fighters are going to be deployed as well to the skies. Now, Egypt does have an air force, so we're going to need to watch out for that. And our oil supply is relatively low, so that is a big problem for us. That is indeed a big problem for us. Anyway, we should be fine. We should be fine. Because we do have a lot of a lot of aircraft. So the Israeli Air Force should be way more than enough to at least hold our ground against the evil Egyptians. And we are going to try to get our superiority as early as possible and try to destroy as many enemy armies as we can before they get reinforced. In fact, the Egyptians are sending in units to Syria, which would be a bit of a disaster if we allowed them too much room to maneuver, too much wiggle room. So what we're going to do is we are going to deploy these infantry units to the southern border. So that they're able to hold the line against Egypt. And we are going to try to use our maneuver troops up here in the north. In fact, this war is going to start right now. And we are going to try to destroy the Syrians as early as possible. We can even hire troops. Although I'm not even sure like how useful these would be. These mercenaries. Hire JSA West Africa, Control the Risks, WatchGuard International, Vinyl Corporation. Let's try to hire the Vinyl Corporation. Oh well, PMCs. That seems quite useful. Oh, and you even get their leaders. Well, that's something. Apparently, they also turn Israeli and they start speaking Hebrew. So that's okay. All right. So we're gonna use them, and you know, if we can get political power to hire some more mercenaries, that would be quite good. All right. So we're already seeing. We do not have air superiority of the battlefield. Come on. Yes. Okay. Now we kind of have air superiority, but unfortunately do not have nukes. And how about we drop some gas on them? It's not letting us. Yeah, once again, this is quite annoying. How the Air Force works. Okay, how about we use those heavy fighters here? Excellent. Okay, let's give us that. There we are. So the enemy forces are now in a bit of an issue. They are about to get their asses surrounded by us, and we're going to take Damascus. Now, that's pretty important because we want to destroy the Syrian Republic as early as possible before they can get reinforced by the rest of the Arab armies. So, if we can grab ourselves Damascus before excessive issues happen, you're going to be in a great spot. And in fact, I think I'm going to be moving up these guys because obviously this annoying guy troop over here is not making it easy on us. There we go. In fact, I'm going to cancel all these battle plans because that's just not good. All right, if we can take Latakia before the Egyptians are brought into the war, this would be a very good coup for us. And if we can take Beirut as well, so that essentially all the Egyptian forces in this area are, well, out of the picture, really. As they don't happen to have military access to us. In fact, Syria is relatively close to capitulation. We just need to go ahead and grab ourselves some Aleppo. Where's Aleppo? Who knows? What is an Aleppo? As a famous American politician once said, what is an Aleppo? There goes the Egyptians! So, the Egyptians are now in a bit of a bind. They lost some of their forces up here, and we are going to attack the hell out of them now. Apparently our air deployment is having issues. These 85 fighters don't need to be here. And also the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan is involved, but that's okay. If we can take over most of Syria, we are going to be in a great position. Okay, we're having fuel issues. Having fuel issues, so I need to use all of my civilian factories to get ourselves some oil. Come on, Uncle Sam! There we go. This should help keep this war effort sustained, and there we go. So the Sinai frontier is fully operational, we should say. And these Syrians north of Beirut, yeah, they're going to die. Very good. Now we need to redeploy to deal with Iraq. We're gonna wheel around the Middle East. We're gonna destroy Syria, then Iraq, then Saudi Arabia, one by one as they're called into the war. As you can see now, Iraq is in this war, but Saudi Arabia is still not. These Arabs, once again, their weakness is disunity, and there goes the Syrian Republic. I did not want to click that button. So there goes the Syrian Republic. Now, we're gonna try to get ourselves... Trade with the United States of America has terminated due to low trade influence. That's ridiculous. Yeah, unfortunately, these enemy troops can use Saudi Arabia to escape. But if we drive on Baghdad ASAP, this shouldn't be that big of an issue. I don't... Right, can research more infantry equipment. Now we're gonna need to get our aircraft over Iraq, although there is an enemy air force trying to fight us there, so it's unfortunately not going to be that easy, especially since it seems like our air units have sort of distance issues. They are very far away. Ooh, get Mosul.
Gas them, even though it doesn't do anything. I still don't understand how the fuck the gas doesn't do anything, but whatever. We could destroy the Erbil Guard division of the Iraqis if we just wheel around like that. Oh, Saudi Arabia's in. No, they're not. They're not. It just... Oh, that's Egypt. It's because they've got a green flag. In this time period, they've still got a green flag. Oh, there's a lot of things going on. Operation Paper, the invasion of Yunnan. Well, invasion of Laos. Prince Faisal in Saudi Arabia. Well, it doesn't truly matter right now because the political direction of the kingdom is very much already established. Yes, nuclear reactor. We need to start to produce these nukes. One thing that's really annoying is that it doesn't tell you how fast you're actually gonna produce the goddamn nukes. We need a hard disk. We need the transistor. Research the transistor, man. If we need a transistor to get better missiles, then we're gonna get some goddamn transistors, you know? Okay. Can we do anything anymore? No, not really. Okay, the Erbil troops are dead. Erbil itself will be ours, and then this tank unit will be able to wheel down onto Baghdad from the north. (1955) Knesset elections. Election season has arrived again, and Herut is campaigning on continuing their policy of defeating the Jordanian menace. Well, I mean, the Jordanian menace has been defeated. It's more like defeating the Arab menace by now. While other parties argue against starting a war and, if played correctly, could defeat Herut and secure a win for themselves. No, I don't think so. I don't think at this point there's gonna be much discussion about this. Alright, my tanks are almost in Baghdad. There's just a slight problem, which is that the enemy troops are sort of massing everywhere around us. That's not exactly what I would want. I can buy some more equipment now, can I? Autocannon, direct fire cannon, trucks. Yeah, considering what we're facing. Oh, they do have a light armor brigade, but it's only one. Considering what we're facing, I feel like the trucks are gonna be the biggest problem. Oh, we can't buy trucks. Well, okay, then I suppose we're buying autocannons. All right, defeat these last 30th Desert Cavalry Division. The Syrian Republic has called in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Of course. Here we go. We are now up against the full might of the Arab legions. Now, Iraq should be mostly dead, although they are still very, very much alive and in this fight. So we're gonna need to find a way to... knock out Iraq before stuff gets a little bit too out of control. Well, that's a lot of units right there, buddy. Could we deploy our tank? Yeah, but he would be without APCs. That's fine, that's fine. You know, we can really push our advantage in the Sinai. We're gonna use our missiles, and we're gonna push to El Arish, which is actually a very good decision because this port likely controls the supplies because they don't have the Suez. So, considering that we have this port, the enemy doesn't have a single port to supply their units from. So if we take Sharm el-Sheikh and Al-Hassana city, their forces are going to be without supplies. All right, this could be very dangerous. Need to pull out of Baghdad, because the situation around here is a little bit untenable until we are able to destroy some of their troops in encirclements. All right, if we can loop around here. That would be a good pocket to crush. Oh, this is a big issue. We need to deploy the tank. Even though this tank is not a great tank, he's still better than no tank. Good, good. Destroy those 2 units. Come on. If we can cut across like this, then we can surround these guys. Oh, come on. Why is this infantry unit not helping? This is so aggravating. Look at this guy! He's just not getting in there. Yeah, he just decides to not be in the fight for some insane reason. I'm actually quite pissed at that. Look at this. Okay, very good. Come on. Alright, we got Sharm el-Sheikh. This should be the end of these Egyptian forces, although it doesn't seem like it is, which is weird. So we're gonna need to destroy them ourselves. Shouldn't be too difficult considering that we have the upper hand around there. Alright, come on, stop diddle-daddling around and actually destroy these enemy units. Fine. We're going to accept the fact that there's not going to be an encirclement here. Because the situation is kind of untenable. Oh shit! How did they get here? How did these Egyptians get here? This is not good. We need to redeploy our tanks essentially to the other side of Israel. Well, you know what's good is that we actually have more reserve units though now. Thanks to the fact that the situation in Sinai has been resolved. We now have quite the powerful forces ready to redeploy. No, stop doing that. Actually, oh damn it, they did manage to. We need these battles to be over in our favor so that we can destroy some enemy troops. Because this is essentially a war about numbers. The enemy just has much superior numbers to us in the early to mid stages while they're still able to field all their troops. But if we ourselves are able to attrition them out, as you can see, we have lost 22,000, but they have lost 200,000, and we still have plenty of manpower. The thing is, they're not going to run out of manpower, but they're sure as